It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby.
You see a veteran on the street, shaking their hand, thanking them for their service. Try to honor them every day, take respect whenever you see someone that served, or a family member or something, like especially when Veterans Day is coming up, just let that person know that they're appreciated and what they did matters.
Thank them for their service and let them know that what they did was very appreciated and important, and show them all the respect they deserve.
If you know veterans personally, you can approach them and shake their hand and thank them. And also, if they need help doing something, you can offer to help them out. And there's lots of other ways you can help them as well.
One way that I think we do a really good job of that here at Lisbon DHS is having our Veterans Day Assembly, where we can invite our veterans and we can, show them our appreciation through all of the, the announcements and the ceremony, and we have people from the community that can attend that and see that and show our appreciation for veterans that way. So I think that's a good way that we do that here.
First, we'll focus on action. Action would be advocating for funds for veterans in lower socioeconomic areas throughout the United States. Volunteering at charities, petitioning Congress and senators for more funding for homes, extra support, and better health care for our veterans. Gratitude is obviously taking the time, if you see a veteran, to thank them. Also honoring their memory, obviously with memorials and such. But I feel like action is a form of gratitude.
By donating to veteran groups and helping veterans in need.
Like with direct expressions of gratitude, like just telling them, thank you for your service. Or since my sister's a veteran, sometimes I buy her coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Our service members and veterans remind us of the meaning of responsibility, of honor, selflessness, sacrifice. You define what it is to look out for one another, what we mean when we say we're all in this together. So thank you for your service and your sacrifice. We're proud of you. And as Commander-in-Chief, what I want you to know is that America will not let you down. We take care of our own, and we will always be there for you, just as you've been there for us. Thanks.
Veteran, virtuous, expert, trained, experienced, recruit, adept, noble.
Falling under attack, a mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list.
My name is Caden Blues. I'm Zylar's cousin, and this is my wife, Katie. We are both second lieutenants in the United States Army. And as you can see, we are currently in the process of PCSing to Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. And we'll have a special guest with us, Athena, in the back seat.
Why did you choose to serve?
So Katie and I both commissioned from West Point, and I originally went to West Point to wrestle in college. I couldn't afford to go anywhere else, quite frankly, and it seemed like the best of both worlds for me. And I ended up deciding to stay and begin my career in the Army because of the great friends and the great people I got to work with at West Point, and it continues to hold true as I progressed through my career.
One thing for me was that I didn't just want a regular job. A lot of my friends were going to state colleges, and I even was tempted and almost went to state college, but something that really sold me on wanting to join was being a part of something that was bigger than just myself.
What does Veterans Day mean to you?
I think that I view Veterans Day as an opportunity to intentionally remember and appreciate people that have not only served before but are actively serving. I know that as like a brand new lieutenant, having the opportunity to work alongside some people that have been in for a lot longer and have a lot more experience and a broader knowledge set than I do, like, I'm extremely grateful for that every day. But I see Veterans Day now as more of an opportunity to like intentionally be appreciative for it. And that goes for also people that are no longer in for their time in service, and then also for people that are no longer with us.
What was a moment during your service you will never forget?
One thing I'll never forget was to kind of set the stage. We were flying back to our where we the airport we park at, and we had some bad weather coming in, and there's about 4 of us left out there, 4 helicopters left out flying, doing some training, and we were the first of that group, and we were just able to land right as the weather kind of got real bad over the airport, and it kind of stranded the other 3 aircraft. They had to divert. They had to perform their emergency when they can't see. They go into the clouds, and I believe one of them actually landed in a field. They were directly over at the time, and I just remember thinking as we're pulling into parking, I'm like, oh man, we made it. We're done for the day. My mind's elsewhere, and I distinctly remember my IP. He's a very strict guy, very professional in the cockpit. It's the first time actually the only time really I saw him get a little emotional in the cockpit. When I began my normal shutdown procedures, he stopped me and he said, "No, we're not done for the day until the rest of our team is home for the day. We still have three folks out there." So we kept the blades turning, and he explained to me, he said, "We need to be ready. We need to be ready to go if something goes wrong." He said, "It's not just about us. It's about the rest of our, the rest of the flight out there."
How can students show appreciation to veterans?
I think the best way to show appreciation on Veterans Day, honestly, just go have a conversation, shake their hand, tell them thank them for their service, and ask them about what they did, ask them about their time in the service in the military, what their job was, and a lot of these guys, these retired guys, don't necessarily get to talk about it as much, or feel as involved as they used to be, and they absolutely will tell you their story. And honestly, that's, they love to talk about it. That was their life. Some of the greatest moments of their life.
To Arctic zone to Europe.